Hey, my lovers. It's late in the late night hours. Okay, and I'm here to chat with you guys about something that is very important, something that the spirits brought to me that they've been wanting me to share. Okay, so it's about spiritual disease. Okay, and we're just gonna just dive right into it. What exactly is spiritual disease? Spiritual disease is a disease in your spiritual, your energetic field. Spiritual is energy. Spirituality is energy. So, okay. So we're just here to discuss some things that's concerning energy, okay, and how it affects you in your physical life, okay. So the main concerns are jealousy, envy, hate, doubt, and fear. Those are forms of energy that are a spiritual disease. They make up a spiritual disease. Okay, so in this conversation, we're just gonna just talk about how to rid of them. Okay, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are having these spiritual diseases and they're not understanding how this spiritual disease can trickle down into their physical life and affect them as well. So the problem is people that experience these spiritual diseases, sometimes they don't realize that they is a thing that is affecting them. Some people have an idea that is affecting them, but they are in denial. So you have different types of people. You have your people that are not aware of it. You have people that are aware of it, but they're in denial. And you have people that are aware of it and they don't know what to do to correct it. So this, if you fall in any of these categories, this video is for you, okay? So in the spiritual world, we call things like this shadows. Okay, why do we call them shadows? Because it's something that's following you around your life and you are not dealing with it. Okay, everywhere you go in your life, these things follow you around like in shadow. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is identify your shadow. Identify the issue, even if it hurts you. Okay, how do you identify that? Yes, that's a good question. So the way you identify it is do a thorough reality check of yourself, of your life, okay? Be honest with yourself. That's the first thing. Identifying shadows starts with you being honest with yourself, okay? Once you be honest with yourself, you can identify what shadows is lacking following you around, okay? And these shadows could have trickled down from childhood, how you was brought up, traumatization. It can a shadow can form from an insecurity. Okay, insecurity is another shadow, a form of shadow. Okay, and it's something that you need to deal with, because if you don't deal with these things within inside yourself, you will not have a successful relationship with self. Self is the most important factor here. If you don't have a good relationship with self, in loving self, believing in self, confident in self, you will not have a relationship that's flourishing. Is that a word? Flourishing with anybody. You will not have a good relationship with anybody. In fact, you probably wouldn't even like people to be around people, because these spiritual diseases are attacking you. They're eating you alive from within. Okay, so this is going to be the first part of this, because there's a lot that we need to discuss. So in this video, we're discussing identifying what these shadows are and where they come from. In the next part of the video, I will go into more depth on things that you can do to rid of these shadows, okay? Yes. So all the things we named, envy, jealousy, hate, doubt, fear, okay, insecurities, they all come from somewhere, okay? They all stem from somewhere, okay? And you have to, I can't stress this enough. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be ready to wanting to embark on this journey of building this relationship with self and loving self, because a lot of people have not had the opportunity to grow up with love, to teach them to love themselves, how to properly to take care of themselves. It was not installed in them as a child, so because of that, a lot of shadows can creep in and follow you and haunt you. And you have to come into realization with yourself that this is what it is, X, Y, and Z. This is my shadows. This is the first part, being honest with yourself. And X, Y, and Z, this is what I'm going to do about it to rid of these shadows. And you have to stay consistent with whatever your plan is mapped out to do, okay? Example, if your shadow is insecure, insecurity, if you're insecure, you need to identify what is making you feel that way. You understand? It's being honest with yourself. It can be, oh, my stomach is big, so it makes me to feel insecure. Or my hair is not the length where I want it. It makes me to feel insecure. Or your nose could be big. Or you don't have money to present yourself the way that you want. Whatever it is, these are just examples, okay? So you want to identify what the issue is. After you identify what the issue is, you're going to write down what you can do to change those things, okay? And then what comes after that, you write down what you can do to change it, and then you put yourself, you have to create discipline, okay? The discipline is a factor in this situation. You're gonna have to discipline yourself to achieve the goals, to rid of these shadows, okay? That's just one example. So this is not a one size fits all type of thing, because everybody's situation is very different, okay? The shadows that are following them are different, so it's not going to be a cookie cutter fix all type of situation. So that's why in the next video, I'm going to give you certain things you can do depending on your shadow. I'm going to give you the blueprint on how to go about it to fix whatever shadow you have going on in your life, okay? And it's going to require you to be disciplined, dedicated, and determined. The 3 Ds, okay? Disciplined, dedicated, determined, in order to rid of these shadows, okay? So, yes, I just wanted to identify these things because these shadows are very serious, especially in the times that we're living in now. These spiritual diseases are causing issues in people's lives to where people are unaliving other people, unaliving themselves. It's just becoming too much. It needs to be dealt with. It needs to be uprooted from the root. It needs to be pulled from the root, not just cut. Because if you just cut it here, it's still growing. We need to uproot the problem. We need to uproot the problem, okay? So that way it will be no more. It cannot come back. It will not grow back, okay? Yes. So, my Laura's, this is going to be a journey, okay? And I'm here to guide you. I'm here to help you to succeed and to be in the best version of yourself, loving yourself, okay? Having the good relationship with self, a fearless life, a confident life, okay? Yes. A healthy life, a healthy relationship with yourself, so that way your relationships with anybody you encounter will be healthy as well.